Good morning, my dear friends, and welcome to today's morning briefing. I know what you're thinking. What the heck is going on? This is not the morning briefing. Phil Friedman is not standing down there on the beach telling us all about the great fishing. Well, you're absolutely right. I'm traveling and have a big event tonight, but we'll get back to that format here in the very near future, probably a day or two more. But for right now, I just thought I'd throw some video down from some of our most recent trips, give you a quick synapse of what's going on out there on the water, because there's a lot of great stuff going on right now. And then at the end of this, if you didn't see the tour of 22nd Street Landing with my dear friend Tony Gonzalez, the manager of 22nd Street Landing in the tackle store area there, well, then I'll tag that on at the end. All right, let's start south of the border, where I spent some time here recently with Paulina from Paulina Fishing Life on Facebook. We had such a wonderful time in Ensenada, and we got to poke our nose outside and see some big schools of yellowtail. We picked off one yellowhead, brisk calico bass action, really good. Down there in Ensenada, they are still going outside and finding bluefin tuna. There's fish to the north and there's fish to the south. The southern fish seem to be that 20 to 60 pound fish, and the northern fish up to over 200 pounds. The San Diego fleet has continued to hammer away at the bluefin tuna, and it's starting to bite slowly but surely in the daytime. The Independence had a pop on that. Several other boats had some scores on daytime fish, not wide open, but starting to show some signs of life, especially right around sundown. Nighttime is still the right time on the bluefin tuna right now. That's when it has been biting at its best. And of course, at night, those smaller profile jigs seem to have been working best of all, like that HD 350-gram jig by West Coast Jiggers. That's been a good one. Daiwa SK lures. There's several other lures that have been very effective, but nighttime is the right time. A mix in terms of the size of fish, anything from 20 to 200 pounds. The vast majority seems here recently to be in that 20 to 60 pound range. And this area is accessible for LA Orange County-based boats also, so there's a lot going on. The full-day boats out of San Diego, like the San Diego and the Liberty and boats like that, are getting a piece of that daytime bluefin. That's good news for them. And also, when they don't get the bluefin, they seem to be able to have plenty of action on the Big Bonito down that way. So really good stuff. There at San Clemente Island, we continue to see some really good yellowtail action at times. It's up and down. The Amigo's been there. The Thunderbird's been there. They've gone from pretty good scores to not so good scores. Depends on boat pressure, and it depends on the yellowtail, whether they're in a biting mood or not. Catalina Island, Michael Limon was there with Grandpa yesterday on board the Pursuit and said if you could make a long cast in the stern of the boat, you could catch some nice big calico bass. There's a little bit of bonita, barracuda, that kind of stuff going on at Catalina Island. Also, we'll be on board the El Patron, which is sold out this Monday. We're going to do an extended trip, however, leaving at 5 a.m. and returning at 7:30 in the evening. Really looking forward to that one. And for those of you who have booked on that trip, thank you so very much. I will see you there with the famous Mackie on Monday morning. Looking forward to seeing you all. Channel Islands had that explosion of white sea bass the other day on board the Endeavor and several other boats. The Endeavor pushing 90 white sea bass, but yesterday those little devils, those ghosts, decided to take a powder on us and head elsewhere. So up there in the Channel Islands, the possibility of a white sea bass bite looms large, really big, and also you will see plenty of lings and rockfish and so much more up there in that area. It is prolific. Along the Southern California coast, we see good calico bass fishing down there in the San Diego area with occasional yellowtail and or white sea bass down there in that neck of the woods, and also good rockfish, whitefish, sheep's head, pretty much everywhere else where we see some good bass fishing up there in Marina del Rey. And there is more and more bass, more and more barracuda, more and more bonita starting to take hold on our local areas. But predominantly it's the rockfish right now, as we've been slow to transition from the colder water kind of bite into the summertime kind of bite. But that explosion looks like it could take place at any point in time. The water temperatures and the water clarity are much improved off of the San Pedro and Long Beach areas. And as I mentioned, San Diego Idaho and further south, they've been experiencing some really good calico bass fishing. More corvina in the Southern California coastal regions. I'm talking about surf fishing now. And also we've seen some good halibut catches, a little bit of barred perch. They prefer the cooler water. Starting to see more yellowfin croaker, more spotfin croaker, a lot of leopard sharks in the SoCal surf. All right, like I said, maybe tomorrow I'll be back to my regular format, but more than likely it'll be another day as I am traveling, have a big event tonight, and just wanted to keep you in touch with the very, very latest here on this morning's morning briefing. Have a great day, everybody. Stay tuned. Tony Gonzalez, 22nd Street Landing Tackle Store, will be coming up next. I can't thank you enough for all the likes and sharing and all that you do to make Friedman Adventures #1. Our stats are blowing through the roof this year, and we owe that all to you. Thanks again, everybody. Stay tuned. Tony Gonzalez next. I'll see you soon, everybody. Tony, what's up?
Hey, Phil.
It's good to see you, my friend.
Always, always.
Man, I'll tell you what, we want to take our audience through this place, show them what they can get here. Obviously, they come here to buy a ticket on any number of fine boats.
Right.
But there's a lot more going on here.
Yeah, it's not a regular tackle shop. It's kind of we get everything in here that you need to go fishing with us.
Let's start. Go ahead. Go ahead. Do you want to start somewhere, or do you want me to ask questions?
Go ahead and ask questions.
Rental rods, rental material. I need to rent a rod. What do I have?
We have rentals. You can get them here the day of your trips. We got for half day, 15, three-quarter day, and full day, they're going to be $20. And overnight will be 40. And we have tuna rods also for tuna season.
For the big stuff.
For the big stuff.
Yeah, like we just got in on the Apollo, man.
8,100 pounds, and they're for $100.
Really?
For an overnight trip.
That's a bargain.
It is.
Yeah.
You know what? We'll even give it to you for 2 nights if you're on a 2-day.
Is that true?
Right.
Wow, that's a great deal.
Yeah, it's a great deal.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, so you can get a spinning rod, you can get a conventional, you can get the big stuff or the big tuna. How about all the line and everything I might need?
We can reel up lines for line up reels for you. But we ask that you get here very early for that, because in that last hour before your boat leaves, we're crunching.
Yeah.
But if you get here a couple hours early, yeah, no problem. Bring it in, drop it off. We'll have it ready for you when you're ready to go on your trip.
Do I need to pick the hooks if I'm renting a rod, or do you have tackle pack or will you suggest what we need?
We do, and we lately we've been posting what the boats want, and
great.
You can come in and you can just look and see what's going on for that day, and our guys are pretty knowledgeable about what's on here, and they'll tell you, and sometimes there's little tweaks, Captain decides he's going to go do something else for a little bit. And,
right.
Oh, you're going to need these two, and we try to, we want people to catch fish.
Absolutely.
And we want them to have the right stuff out there. Too many times they're undergunned and not ready. So we try to make sure you have ready. Might spend a little bit extra, but you're not going to get stuck losing your fish.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Now, you can get your fishing license here, but the other day I was complaining to you God darn, I got to go somewhere and get my Mexican fishing license. I need a Mexican fishing license. You looked at me and said, no problem. Yeah, so you have that service also.
Yeah, it's really we do it as a favor. You could do it. You could do it online, but we have no problem doing it for you either.
You have no problem being nice to everybody. Every once in a while, you feel like throwing me out.
All the time.
I don't blame you, man.
I mean, that's nightly, isn't it?
What's the best way to book a trip? Is it to go online or come down here and buy your ticket, or what?
Come on down or give us a call. All our guys can handle any reservations that you want to make. They answer your questions about the trips and so on, And we could even book charters for you here. On any of the boats, you can buy the whole boat for that day, and we can hook that all up for you if you got a club, church, business. And we do charters for you.
I know. You'll take care of anybody.
Yeah, anybody.
With this is world-class fishing we're talking about right now.
Oh, it's best. The best.
I mean, a guy, I'm thinking in Missouri or, in Oregon or...
Speaking of guys from Missouri.
Yeah, there you are. they might want to take advantage of this bite. You look at the stern of the Apollo on our trip, and you might look at that, and that's almost an average trip now. But have never seen a deck of a boat look like that on the East Coast. This is really something special right now.
Yeah, especially when we're on them. And even when we're not on them, it's fun to go hunting for them.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Better than a day at work, right?
Exactly. You've got all kinds of hooks here for sale. Maybe you could just take us through the counter here.
Yeah, we got. But right here is where we like to keep the stuff for the morning boats. It's all different stuff. They're catching sculpin out there on the half-day boat. You're going to need some lead heads, some plastics. It is rockfish season.
Right.
Weight.
Fishing those deep water cod.
Yep. And you're doing a lot of island fishing. You got your 4-ounce torpedoes and your sliders. And you come here hungry, believe me, we got something for everybody.
No kidding,
It's all over.
Fluorocarbon, all kinds of stuff.
We actually have reels too. If you want to buy reels, we have quite a selection in here at this time of the year. And we can put line on those for you when you buy them. We can take good care of you there. We have jigs, hooks, all kinds of different hooks, mostly saltwater. We're not really a freshwater operation. So, and we have more lead here. And your tatty section. Reel to Kill has some lead heads in here. Great stuff.
Fantastic. Look at all the jigs you got here. And Tony, one thing is for sure, you mentioned the food. I'm amazed at the keto stuff you have. Being a keto guy, you got you're
well. I have to keep you fed, or you get angry.
Exactly.
Yeah, we have fishing poles, Fishing Syndicate, Moon. We've got some less expensive rods in here. We've got Graph Tech. Every once in a while, we have Seeker and Lifer in here. And something that's really grown in the store since in the last couple of years
section
is the apparel section.
Wow.
And we got, your Fish Works, your Salty Crew, plus our landing shirts and boat shirts. We got AFCO in here, Fish and Fame. And he's standing in the middle, our cameraman's standing in the middle of our AFCO lures. Got those in here on the next row. We have a lot of other stuff like your swivels, and we got some AFCO fluorocarbon in here. You can actually buy a sack in here if you want. And we have hookup baits. And everybody needs a good cup of coffee.
I was going to say, they got coffee here, ladies and gentlemen. All the coffee you need.
Yeah, so that's...
what do you got over here, ice cream?
Oh, yeah, I got ice cream. We try to have something for everybody.
Do you sell bait down here?
We do. We have frozen bait. We squid, sardine, or anchovy, mussel, shrimp.
Who's this handsome guy you got working back here? Is that Jerry? The world
where did Mike go?
Yeah. Jerry, he's picking on you, man.
Jerry has been here for about a year. He's our jig rigger.
Man, that looks nice. Jerry, good job.
It is.
Beautiful.
These run you about $70, but they're all great to have when you're going to go tuna fishing.
Yeah, right on. Beautiful.
Yeah.
How hard a job is it being the manager of 22nd Street Landing? Because there's a lot of balls you got in the air, man.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here.
There is.
But I have a lot of help.
Yeah.
I have a lot of help in here. Mike is still here. Janelle's in the back. We have a great team put together right now that seems to be working pretty well together.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, I mean, it's a happy place.
Yeah.
We like to keep it that way.
Right. It's fishing.
It's fishing.
It's supposed to be fun, right?
Yeah, people come in here and they're upset. They're going, what are you upset about? You're going fishing.
Yeah, right.
It's going to get better. It's going to get way better.
You're talking to yourself. You're in here working. They're going fishing.
Yeah, I get a way by to you.
Yeah, exactly. Do you ever get to go fishing?
Oh, yeah. I go every once in a while. Yeah. That was out a couple weeks ago on the Monte Carlo with an old friend. And, yeah. Unfortunately, I work Monday through Friday.
Oh, so you're stuck on the weekend, boat pressure.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. What are your hours here?
If we have a boat out or going out, we're going to be open. We open at 5 o'clock every morning between 4:45 and 5. And we're here until the last boat leaves or comes in. And that can range from, as you know, because we mess with you with your show.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Sometimes it's 6 o'clock, sometimes it's 9 o'clock.
Yeah. Is it safe to say, Tony, that you don't have to go to a tackle? Let's say you're running a little bit late and you want to go to your favorite tackle store, but you don't have time. Can you get what you need here at 20
Absolutely.
seconds?
That's what this is all about.
Pride yourselves on that, right?
Yeah, having what you need to go fishing. That we don't have everything, but we have stuff that's going to work for you.
Yeah. And also, one thing you have is you've got the current intel. So you know exactly what you're going to need because these guys are going to tell you.
Yeah.
You're going to post it or amend it if something else is going on.
Right, and that's what I was saying on the other side of the
Right.
counter. Little tweaks here and there sometimes, but we'll get you the right stuff.
Yeah, awesome. So what else, man? I mean, you got all the tackle, you got rental rods. Look out there and talk to the mom who's got 2 little kids that want to go fishing. She has no idea about fishing, but she thinks it might be
I'm glad
good.
you brought that up because we have the Monte Carlo. It's our half-day boat. It's 10 to 4, Monday through Friday. It goes out twice on the weekends at 6:30, comes back at 12, goes out again at 12:30, comes back at 6. With a paid adult admission, a child under 15 can ride for free.
How the heck can you beat that?
You can't.
No.
It's all about us. You know, we're grooming.
Yeah, right. Totally.
Get them out there on the boats and get them young.
Totally.
Yeah.
So kids go free, and then when they get on the Monte Carlo, you've got Steven, you've got Brian Burrell.
Oh, great.
There's a young girl on there who's working now.
Yeah.
I don't know what her name is, but you got all these.
Addie's out there. She's the cook on the boat.
Yeah.
Walter's running it for 5 days out of the week.
Yeah.
Steve-O for the other 2.
And they're great with newbies.
Oh, that's what that boat is all about.
Yeah.
You come in here, you buy your tackle, rent a pole, we'll hand it to you. You take it to the guys on the boat. They tie you up. They'll even take your fish off your hook for you.
I love it, man.
Right?
Perfect. That
Right?
is so awesome.
Yeah.
22nd Street Landing, a place where you can make your fishing dreams come true. Marcus likes that line that I use every once in a while. But it's true. And people should know that, like, they don't even, a lot of people who are listening, when you go on board the Freedom, for example, you got a bunk to sleep in.
Right.
So you got a place to sleep at night. There's a galley cook. They provide great, wonderful meals on the Freedom.
All the boats have full galleys on them. Yeah, it's even our day boat, the Pursuit, offers bunks, and it's only out from 6 to 6. It's just so you can go in and take a nap on your way out there. Maybe you've caught a lot of fish and you're worn out, or you've had a little bit and you need to go lay down in the bunk. But they're offering bunks on the full day boat.
That's great. Yeah. And also fish cleaning. They'll process your catch on the boat.
And yes, it is an extra cost, and those guys do work for tips. So take care of your deckhands.
And I don't know what you say, but if you got a good crew and good guys, I say 20% of what you pay to get on the boat.
That's a good tip. Yeah, that's a good tip, right?
Yeah, because you've got several guys. You got 4 or 5 guys. So when you hand them a $20 bill, you're tipping them $5 each. Is all you're tipping them.
Right. Yeah. They're splitting it up.
Yeah. So.
And a lot of times your galley and your deckhands are 2 different tips.
Yeah, great stuff. Anything else that you can think of besides welcoming everybody down there?
Just come on down. We'll help you. We'll get you on a boat. Go fishing. It's the time to go fishing. This is the best time of the year.
Tony, always good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.